Yo, 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 yo. Big Kish back up in here. Jalopy Bungus is cooking with these episodes. We're gonna call them episodes. These are shows right here, man. These are shows right here. This one says Drake censorship and white supremacy. I wanted to add something. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all pick y'all up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoided the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. I appreciate y'all's support. But I'm gonna let him cook, and then I want to add a couple points on to it because it's like he's playing both sides of the fence. We talking about Drake here. He's playing both sides of the fence when it's convenient, but really he's using us. This is what he's doing. But we're going to let Jalopy cook, and then I'm going to just chime in where I see fit. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
I'm about to get very surgical, so stay with me. And first and foremost, I just want to say, this is not about hate, okay? This is critical commentary, all right? Now, if you was there for my live or my last video, we've been talking about how white supremacy plays a major role in all of the stuff that's going on here. We even broke down white supremacy, what it looks like, all that good stuff, right? The crazy thing is, new information from Pusha T came out today that points even more evidence in that direction. Because some people were questioning what we were talking about yesterday, and I think this is a perfect scenario to break down what white supremacy looks like when somebody like Drake is wielding it. So more of this interview was coming out, right? Read this, bruh. They said, when you started to hear objections to the Lamar verse on the Clips album, where were they coming from, right? They say UMG has this department where they review lyrics. So it was that department. The real reason that department is there is to protect the artist and the label from lawsuits for copyright infringement, right? They do it for all the labels. Some labels adhere to it closer than others. Let's say you interpolate somebody else's song. That department is there to make sure that the song is properly cleared. It's not meant to be like, you said XYZ about XYZ, so we're not.
Yeah, they now the department is doing stuff that they got no business doing. They're doing things they have no business doing, and what it's doing is it's taking away the artist's freedom of expression.
Not gonna release the music. So he's basically saying that this department isn't even supposed to be doing stuff like this. They're supposed to be making sure there's no copyright infringement, but they use it to censor people. Then goes on to say, yes, what happened on the Pop Smoke song is that UMG thought he was dissing Drake on that song. He wasn't, but they thought he was. Pop Smoke was released on my label, and obviously I managed Pusha. So they came to me and said, we're not going to put this out now unless you get Pusha to change these lyrics. This is crazy, bro. They've been censoring Pusha for a long time, dog. And then on top of that, they had to pay 7 figures to get out of this deal. Yeah. So they could drop their album, bro. So that they could keep Kendrick Lamar's verse on there without censoring him. They had to.
But you see how they playing referee now? And it's this video that from back in the day with Drake. And I want to pull that up too, but we're going to let him cook some more.
To pay what? 7 figures? Yep. 7 figures? Just so they can say what they want to say in their music? Are you serious? But then as I was thinking about it, I had to ask myself, right? Has Drake ever tried to censor a non-black artist? Or has Drake only attempted to censor black artists? Now, of course, we have no idea who's been censored because we know everybody hasn't come out yet. But as far as we know, thus far, I don't think Drake has attempted to even censor a non-black artist. Let's think about it. Off the top of my head, Pusha T is right there. Pusha T is right there. He's been doing it for years. Then he tried to censor Kendrick Lamar. That didn't work out, but he tried to censor Kendrick Lamar too. Drake has even played games with somebody as big and as powerful as Beyonce. Beyonce gave her a whole talked about making a whole house album, took the album, dropped it himself. He even played with Beyonce, bruh. And as I was trying to think of a non-black artist that he might have censored, I realized he just called somebody the biggest gangster in the industry not that long ago. Guess who it is? Taylor Swift. The biggest gangster in the industry, according to Drake, is Taylor Swift. I wonder what's the difference between Taylor Swift and the 3 other artists I named. Some would say platform. I just mentioned Beyonce, bro. I just mentioned Beyonce.
But I really believe that UMG is using Drake as themselves. Like, being as though that they can't rap, they really don't know about the culture. And Drake, he knows about rappers and stuff like that. But Drake signed the paperwork, allegedly signed the paperwork that would keep UMG, like keep him in UMG's pockets. But this is the video that I wanted to go over, y'all. This the joint I want to go over with Peter Rosenberg was interviewing Drake. In the beginning of this interview, he was like, I'm surrounded by some phenomenal people. And then this little part right here is more popular than the other part. But y'all need to look at the full thing. It's 9 minutes. I don't want to interrupt with Jalopy Bungus, us reacting to that. But this kind of lets you know that he was placed here by some phenomenal people with the big bag, billions of dollars, to do whatever, to push whatever agenda that they had at the time. And let's just listen to how they talk. Check it out.
Do you not do the Tio Gambinos? Yo, so let's talk about you being Jewish real quick.
Let's do that.
Because a lot of people think that, like, Asher's Jewish.
Right.
He's not. His dad's Jewish. He doesn't really identify. All loves to Jews, but he's not Jewish.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand...
But he wasn't there. He didn't read his portion, first of all.
You didn't have a bar mitzvah.
Come on. Are you serious?
You had a... Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell... You don't understand how big you're about to be in the Jew world right now.
You don't understand how big
He said, you don't understand how big I'm about to be. You don't understand how big I'm about to be. He's about to be so big, he's going to be able to make decisions like take people off of other people's verses and stop people's albums. That's how important, that's how big he's about to be. Not important, because he's not important.
Yo,
First of all, I live in an all-Jewish area, so...
Where is that?
Forest Hill.
Okay.
Y'all see how he's able to just flop, go back and forth? He's able to just hop the fence. Now, I want to be hip-hop over here. I should have had some hip-hop clips ready, but I just had to look this up on the fly. I want to be hip-hop this day. But I'm going to use my ability, the knowledge that I have about hip-hop to push the agenda that they have behind me, that the machine have behind me, right?
I went to a predominantly Jewish school growing up. I definitely had a bar mitzvah in an Italian restaurant, mind you.
My lord.
Yeah.
A nice Italian restaurant?
A very nice Italian restaurant. The song of the night was Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way.
You are younger than me.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
Yeah. And yeah.
Now let's see. I just want to see if he switch it up because when you look at the whole interview, it's only this little clip right here that everybody sees, but it's a whole thing, right? Kanye West and Big Sean coming out. I just want to see if he switch it up a little bit. Check it out.
Phenomenal people and phenomenal artists. So I think just being constantly in the presence of them and inspired by them is there you go right there. Is an honor.
Pardon this PSA interruption.
You know, normally I would be mad. Normally I would be mad about someone interrupting my interview, but it's Kanye. Peter Rosenberg, man. How are you? You don't know Kanye? Do you know who I am? By any chance?
Yeah. Y'all have a request for T-Pain Flight School and Kanye West. We're not playing that tonight. I know you are.
Kanye's in the building. Yo, is that weird? Is that weird in general? Just having Kanye just like show up at your shit?
No.
That's normal?
Not normal, but you know, it's an honor. Oh yeah, there's the man too right there.
He said no. He said, "Oh, who Kanye? Yeah, whatever. I'm about to take over this whole joint. I'm about to take over all this."
We've had some, pretty good guests with Buzz. That if you mess up like one normal, like you've been incredibly cool. Like I didn't even know this guy from Adam when I first reached out to him, and just been nothing but gracious and cool. But you have to be becoming a douchebag. This is crazy.
Can't, man. You know what? Honestly, I have some phenomenal figures around me that would never let me become.
You're saying this, you.
And it's not just Lil Wayne, Jay Prince, and all. It wasn't just them. It wasn't just them that was surrounding him. People, they knew, okay, this is the guy. This is the guy. His loyalty is really to us, not hip hop. His loyalty ain't to hip hop. His loyalty is to them. To the powers that be. That's where his loyalty. He was raised up under them. He wasn't raised with us. Now he wanted to be down, but that's where his loyalty lies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's finish off this right here.
Beyonce, even if you want to argue that Taylor is more popular or whatever, the gap is not wide. So what is the difference? This is when we start to talk about what white supremacy really looks like, okay? Yeah. Some people will say, oh, you're able to get a job. That's proof that white supremacy is gone.
Nah.
That's another one of the arguments and steps that are crafted by white supremacist ideology. You see what I'm saying?
And then a lot of our people suffer that's called the illusion of inclusion. Oh, you get a car, you got AC, you got your own apartment. No, where's those acres of land? What's up with them acres of land? When you going out there, you see acres upon acres of land. I don't want nobody living on top of me. I don't want to live directly beside nobody. I want my own land. I want my own acres. Until we speak about that, nope, we still oppressed. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. All these little excuses and stuff like that.
And in reality, what white supremacy really comes down to is that the people in powerful positions are the ones that can stop you from talking.
Yeah.
They can silence you. Okay? And usually those people are aligned with whiteness. That's just the reality. Now, that doesn't mean we're here to hate white people. We're here to know that's not what this is about. This is.
And for anybody takes the love of, if anybody takes, people speaking up for the love of their own people, and you take that as hate, you're most likely the problem. You're most likely the problem. Me loving my own people shouldn't make you think that, I hate you or hate your people or whatever. I speak against the evils of this world, the evil people of this world.
Is a critique on white supremacy as an ideology, not the human beings. You see what I'm saying? The ideology affects the human beings, not the, you know what I'm saying? That's how it happens. It's conditioning. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about hate. It's about recognizing where we're at and recognizing that you see it in all elements everywhere. Just because you see motherfuckers getting Grammys and selling out stadium tours of boom boom, don't mean it stopped. This system has swallowed the planet. All the way in entertainment, out of entertainment, in the projects, in the burbs, wherever you go. Colorism and the comparison of and using that to justify treating people a certain way is everywhere. It's the dominant ideology in the world. Drake understands that as well, which is why you see shit like this. Yeah, shout out to Taylor Swift, biggest gangster in the music game right now. I moved my album when she dropped. I said that already. Now, of course, there's more layers to this. We can get into deeper detail. We're going to save that for other times. But what it's all rooted in, no matter where you point at, it always comes back to white supremacy. So Drake is aware of this and he uses it to dominate black environments. You see what I'm saying? This is colonizer behavior. This is exactly what colonizers do.
He plays like a chameleon. He'll get around the rap artists, right? And he mingle with them, talk they lingo or whatever, learn how to say Nigga without the hard R. Before he used to say the hard R. Now he know how to do it with just the A. Okay, now he's learning how to move. He's learning how to move amongst the rappers now. You know what I'm saying? But he has an agenda deep down inside of his heart. He's not like us. His loyalty ain't to us. Just because he wants to assimilate with us doesn't mean that his loyalty is to the hip hop culture.
Even if we're not talking about the whole I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. I give a fuck about all that heritage shit.
I don't care about that heritage.
You rapping like you trying to get the slaves freed. Even if we don't talk about none of that, just the way that he moves in his business practices shows you that his superpower is his assimilation to white supremacy. That's what people need to understand. Drake's superpower is his assimilation to white supremacy. Okay? That is 100% why he is able to censor black men, but you won't see him ever try to censor somebody who is further in align with white supremacy than he is. And think about it. Go ahead and think about it. Yeah, he'll talk crazy about people and all this different stuff and boom, boom, but he don't have the power to shut them up. He don't have the power to shut them up. What we talking about? Let's be real here. He still got nigga in him. And he gonna get that nigga wake up call at some point. You feel me? This dude Drake been dissing Pusha T this whole time, knowing he couldn't respond to him, bruh. That's crazy. Then to try to censor Kendrick Lamar from getting on the album, just keep on. That's crazy, bruh. I think this is the main reason he wanted to see.
And Chapo, I said in the last video as well, Chapo just came out. The one who was writing, Chapo just came out, said that I've been telling y'all, he been holding people albums back he been doing this for a long time.
Kendrick contract, because he's trying to figure out how the fuck did this black man get past my attempt to censor him? How did UMG allow a black man to go uncensored? That's what Drake is trying to figure out. I gotta see that contract. What the fuck did he put in that contract to where I can't censor him? I don't
What he doing up on that nag?
care how big Kendrick Lamar is. I should be able to censor him whenever I want because those are the rules. Those are the rules to white supremacy. Yeah, but you don't really get the same type of rules everybody else get because you got a little bit of nigga in you. But long story short, this has been Drake's superpower this whole time. Everybody thought they have tricked everybody for years, and the Great Awakening is here. This is a small scale of what the world is really about to go through. This hip-hop shit is just a small scale. This is a preview of what the world is about to go through. Pay attention. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, Jalopy got a series of these going on. I'm gonna try to keep y'all up with it. Y'all make sure y'all tap in and subscribe to Jalopy Bungus because he's doing research. You know what I'm saying? He's very knowledgeable in this hip hop area, and I've been following him for a long time before he even was on YouTube. The brother's very, very knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all please go tap in with Jalopy Bungus. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, he's one of theirs. Drake is one of their puppets, bro. I'm telling you. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.